Good evening and welcome to Leicester Fan TV for a Fanzone show tonight. As you can see over here, I'm joined by Reedy. I think a few of you are probably sick of him by now. That's twice in 1 week, isn't it, Reedy?
I tried to have a bit more fun on Monday, so it's all about just getting the comments in, and hopefully, like I say, pre-season, mate. We didn't know about the was it Peterborough game, but full force into this Saturday's match, isn't it? So
obviously, if anyone does get fed up of Reedy, we can just do this. It's absolutely fine, no problem. Guys, you can see the title. We're going to be talking about a few different things. We're going to be talking about Doyle. Still hasn't happened, so we're still talking about it. Will it happen? Will it not? It seems like it might. Also, pre-season, as Reedy just mentioned, we played Peterborough. We lost 2-1, but we'll get onto that. And Northampton as well coming up on Saturday, which should be a great away day for anyone going. First one of the season. So get your comments in on all of them things. Let us know what you think. Let's have a look who's here so far. Jack is here. Evening, everyone. How's your day been? Mine's been all right, mate. Don't know about Reedy's. How's your day been, Reedy?
Well, been in the office on my own today, so it was nice and chilled. So
basically, Reedy's just been sat back like this.
Stuck looking at a screen the last 8 hours, so it's nice to look at a screen again.
Yeah. A Facebook user says, "Is Doyle any good?" I don't know much about him. We'll have a little talk about him, I suppose. Ben Morgan, lads. Hi, Ben. As always, thank you. You're always here. Thanks for clicking in. Jason's here. Evening to you, Jason. Another one there from Jason saying, "We need to relax about pre-season results. They're just training sessions." Well, I agree. Let's start with it. I agree. I know Reedy had different thoughts to that on what day was it again? Was it Monday? Tuesday?
I want to say Tuesday, to be honest.
Tuesday. Reedy, he didn't overreact as such, but Reedy's viewpoint was, well, we should be beating them. My opinion, I don't think it really matters at all. Obviously, it's nice to see us beat them if we could have, but I don't know, Reedy. Give me your thoughts again on this.
Don't get me wrong, I do see the fitness part about it, but it's only how many weeks now until the start of the season? It's 2 or 3 weeks, like maybe 4 max. But
for me, it's like 2.5 weeks. Really.
That's what I mean. And yes, we can't be winning every game, but I just look at it like against Northampton. Should we be winning that? We should be. And if we do lose, people are saying, "Oh, it's only pre-season." See, then it's only 2 weeks after this Northampton game. It's about 2 weeks have to go until the season starts. You've got to be starting to get momentum, getting wins, because then you've got Spurs, then you've got Liverpool. I think if you lose to these, you've lost all pre-season games. I hope we don't, because we want to get a bit of momentum going into the season. But Enzo's got to have this plan in place now, and it's got to start working for that first game of the season. Yes, I'd say probably is easier because Coventry have lost their main striker now because he's gone to Portugal, I think. But it's got to start with a win against Coventry, and that helps with a lot more wins going forward with pre-season games as well. And that's just my opinion. Again, fitness is a big part of it, but you've got to start with something, haven't you? Because if you keep losing, then you're not going to have a positive look into the first game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, George says here it's not about results, it's about fitness and performances. Obviously, thanks to Owen Palmer-Atkin from Radio Leicester, we got kind of a detailed overview of the game because obviously it wasn't available online. I don't even think there's been highlights. I think there's just been a couple clips in there. But Owen says that, we dominated the ball. I think it might even be worth me just bringing up and selecting part, reading out a couple parts of what he said. But Reedy says that we dominated the ball. He says that, a lot of play went through Harry Winks, and I think it was the first half where Winks started. So if we're talking about performances, it seemed like we kept the ball pretty well. Obviously, pre-season, as we see a lot of the time, to start with, especially, it's one half, one team, second half, completely different team. So I can't remember what minute the goals were really, but one team might have actually drawn the game. One team might have drawn the game. One might have lost. But I mean, let's just start with that Winks thing. What you mentioned about Winks, a lot of the play was going through him and a lot of progressive passing. I thought that was going to be the case. I thought that was what Winks' role was going to be, and Owen's kind of confirmed that with his overview. Your thoughts? Because I know that you were quite in and ahhing about the signing of Winks. I mean, how does it make you feel now hearing that, albeit from one game, he seems to be the main man in midfield?
For me, it's just hard because as much as we brought him in for a reason, and it is kind of to replace the Tillemans role, and obviously in the Championship, you know he's not going to be to that level that we know Yuri could be when he was on his best form. But I think because of how I've seen him the last few years and what his career's been like, I just don't know what to expect from him. And that might be clouding my judgment and saying I don't like him or I'm not the biggest fan of him. Other than like to Cody, when he comes in, you think, wow, what a signing. It's just because of his previous career. Like I say, he went to Italy last year. He didn't do too great, did he? And then before that, it was just a bang average midfield for Spurs. But it's odd if he comes out brilliant and we win the league and he's got quite a few assists and goals onto his name, then fair play to him. But in my opinion, like I say, we've got someone in the team already that I think could have done the job, and he's settled in the Leicester side. So not in the Leicester side, but he's settled in the club.
Who? Dewsbury Hall?
No, Dennis Pratt.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Pratt. Sorry,
because he's been in the club for a couple of years now. Yes, he went to Torino
because he's barely played a minute for 2 years.
But he's been in the club. Like he knows the
proper run. Was it that? I think it was probably in that FA Cup game versus, I want to say Brentford, which we won, and he really badly did his hamstring. He tore his hamstring, and since then, I reckon he's played about 10
Can't you remember people like when Yuri was in bad form? Can't you? I'm pretty sure people are asking for where's Pratt, where's this, where's that on the right wing. Pratt played better there. Yes, he's not right winger, but he played better than Tete. He played better than all the players on the wing at times.
Well, I mean,
I think he did.
The one game he played, whilst Tete was at the club, the one game Pratt played, if I'm not mistaken, was Fulham. Right, and we were 4-0 down.
I can't remember, but before Tete then, because Tete was still bang average for us, I guess. But
I get what you're saying. I get. What
he's been in the club. For me, he's been in the club. If he had his chance a whole season playing every single game, I think he would just be just as good as Winks for me. It's just because again, I think you're clouding your dreams because he hasn't played enough, whereas for me, Winks hasn't done enough previously. So it's kind of the same story, but for each player.
But Winks has definitely done more than Pratt. If we're going to use that, what's he done in his career? Winks has played Champions League football. He's played for England.
But that's because he plays for Spurs.
Yeah, but
it's like if Pratt was in that side, he'd probably have played in the Champions League. It's because he's in that club.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you say, what has Winks done before? What has Pratt done? Like, he's played for Belgium, whatever. But to be honest here, Reedy, I think the Pratt debate really is irrelevant because I think we can all agree he probably will be off, right? Like,
I don't think he will be. That's just me.
I think he will. I think Pratt, and I don't blame him because I think he's probably thought to himself, like, what's the point? I've barely played any football recently. I know it's a new manager, but he's barely played any football. He went on loan to Torino before, right? He was on loan at Torino. They tried to sign him permanently. I think we just, either declined the bid or just nothing materialized. So I can't see a future for Pratt. But anyway, I think what you're saying about, we were calling for Pratt at times when Tillemans was out of form, but we didn't have Winks. Is my
But again, though, you say that, I wouldn't have had Winks when we were in the Premier League. I wouldn't.
I think
Like,
he's
we would
good
have
enough
gone for
for a low.
higher. We would have gone for higher than Winks.
Well, yeah, obviously, like if off the back of, I mean, what was the last season we finished before relegation? Was it 8th?
Yeah, we finished. Yeah,
And that was an
we
up and
had a
down
good run at
season.
the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was an up and down season, 8th. But I don't think we would have signed Winks there. I'm agreeing with you. But if we were, a lower half team every season, like, barely surviving relegation, I think Winks is a good signing for any of those clubs. But anyway, let's move on from Winks because we've already spoken loads about Winks. Let's go on to a signing that hasn't been confirmed yet. And I see a load of comments about him. Callum Doyle. So Callum Doyle is centre-back, youngster, Man City, was on loan last season at Coventry. I think he was on loan at Sunderland the year before that. So he's got 2 years of Championship football under his belt. It's been going on for a while now. Probably, I don't know when we were first linked with him, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We heard at first, Reedy, that Leicester maybe were looking at a permanent deal for around 10 million, or that was just what the rumours were. It is now a loan, we've been told by reliable people. It's a loan. So what do you think to this one? Are you happy with it? Are you more happy that it's a loan, or would you have preferred it being permanent? I suppose loans are risk-free. What do you think?
I will be totally honest. I'm not too clued up on him. I did say before that I wasn't too convinced in getting Man City loanees because I just felt like it was a bit of a cop out because we brought in a Man City coach. But like you say, if he's been in the Championship for the last 2 years, then you'd probably say he's just as good a signing as Cody because he knows the league. So it's one there where you probably would have wanted it to be a permanent deal because you want to keep him like we did with Cody. But if he's not available to take permanently, then a loan's the next best thing. And if it means we get back up and we do lose him, then it would probably be the likes of a Fofana situation where he was too good for us. We got up and then he's gone. Obviously, Fofana came into us when we were in the Premier League, yeah, but it's the same sort of situation. If he's too good for us in the Championship, then maybe he will move on back to Man City or whatnot when the likes of another Man City defender will leave at some point.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying as well. You mentioned there about, is it just a cop-out or just, because obviously when Maresca joined, we're obviously going to get those links to Man City youngsters. I do agree with you, though. I think some of them are just a bit like, I don't know, I want to call them boring. Like, there's some players that we're being linked with in the Man City Academy that have no experience playing like senior football, really, in the Championship. I mean, this Borges, everyone keeps going on about. Is that right? The winger.
The only one I've heard about is that Palmer guy, and that obviously he scored. He scored the goal in the under 21 final, didn't he? So the only one I remember is him. But
Palmer's one that's been spoken about, but apparently he's going to be going to a bigger, Premier League club or a club abroad. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, though. I think it's so lazy. It's very lazy for us to just name Man City youngsters or, just roll them off, and all that. So, but I think, like you said, Doyle, 2 years of Championship football. As someone mentioned here, he played left centre-back for Coventry in a back three. Good passer, especially long-range passes to switch play. Not the quickest, though, and still developing. So it sounds like a relatively slow defender, Reedy, to join our extremely slow defenders that we currently have in Suter and Cody. Obviously, we signed Cody, who's we all know is better in a back three. We are now signing Doyle, who played in a back three. Does this tell us that we will be playing a back three next year? And I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because we're signing 2 players that have played in a back three.
Well, surely, and like I say, not a majority of the players, but a lot of the players in this club and in this team you have had has played back three some points since they've been at the club as well. Obviously, we played back three against Man City last year, if I can remember rightly. So they can do it, and I want us to play that sort of style. it just makes sure it's got to work. Because like I say, the wing backs have to get up the pitch. The last few times I've seen us play a back three, they've just sat back, and it's acted more as like a back five, and it was boring. You've got to have the width go up forward, act to be more like your wingers at times, and then get back. And I think you're perfectly capable of doing that with someone like Ricardo, Justin, Christensen, and Thomas. They could probably do it, but they've got to do it. And like I say, in the back three, it might be slow, but if they can make the passing right, like I say, we want to be passing around players, so it doesn't matter at speed. You've just got to be in the right position.
Yeah, totally agree. Just laughing at this one. Nick Moore says, talking slow defenders. What about the rock that is Vestergaard? Just to let you know, guys, as well, I am actually going to put the link in the comments. So if anybody
there's Ross already.
Good timing there. Good timing. I put the link in the comments, guys. I know Nick's in the comment. I know he likes to come on sometimes. So Nick, hit the link. But anybody else wants to come on and give us a chat? I know everyone slates Reedy's opinions all the time, including me.
I'm just being honest with my opinions. If people don't like it, do them.
Okay. Everyone likes to slate other people's opinions, so come on and give your own. That'd be good to hear. Ross, give me a couple minutes and we'll get you on. Obviously, Reedy coming up this Saturday. I know me and you will be there. I know a few thousand, I think. Others will be there. We've got 3 stands against Northampton, so we're away at Northampton and 3.
We're the home team, basically.
Yeah, basically. What are you thinking, mate? I mean, are you know, obviously it will be a good atmosphere. I'm not going to ask you if that's the case because we know it will be a good atmosphere. What are you thinking? Do you think we'll see another half and half? You know, one half, one team. You know, second half, another team. Or do you think maybe we might see? Because I think it was mixed against Peterborough from what we saw. Whereas maybe we'll see like the first team, first half, the second team, second half. What do you think?
Like I said before about the Peterborough game, saying that we should have won. It's 2 weeks to go after this Northampton game, so I want to see the main 11 start, and then if we're in a comfortable position, you can start using a few other players that we did switch around at Peterborough. So, for me, I would prefer to be our more first lineup to begin with, and see how it does, and see what we've got going. But onto the Northampton side, obviously I've got a mate who is a Northampton fan, so I've had a bit of a soft spot for him the last few years to see how they've been doing. And do you know what? They're actually a quite good team. I'm pretty sure they got promoted last year, didn't they? So I think they're in League One now, if I'm not too sure, if I remember rightly. So they're not a bad team, and they're only one league below us. So yeah. There
we go. Let me know in the comments, guys. Leave a comment if you're going to the Northampton game. You can look out for me and Reedy. But yeah, I'm sure that, I know there's loads going, so it'd be interesting to see how many people from the chat below are going as well. Just last one before we start getting a couple of the people in this stream. I hope we take more reserves to Singapore for the Liverpool games. Every time I hear or read something about this Singapore trip, it just makes me... this is how mad it is.
It's a good test.
This is what's mad. You've just said we've got 2 weeks left after the Northampton game, and we're going to bloody Singapore. When are we going to Singapore? Sunday morning or something? Like, how are they fitting this bloody in? I don't get it. What's going on?
It's a good test. Again, people are saying cancel it. It's not going to get cancelled. This was done completely before we even thought about relegation. So,
and I didn't know that we were meant to be playing Thailand as well, and that's been cancelled though. That's been cancelled. Apparently, we were meant to be playing the Thailand national team, and that's been another one of Top's favours. It sounds.
Well, is any of our players going to be in that team then? Because we've got a few youngsters from there.
That new lad, exactly. That's why I call it one of Top's favours, because he does love it, doesn't he? Anyway, let's move on. So we'll just get him in together. Who cares? Here's Nick first. Evening, Nick. How are you, mate?
Evening, guys. You all right?
He's at a party. He is.
It's my son's birthday tomorrow, so we'll pick it all up.
Ah, nice. How old?
10.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Nice. Hope you got him a new shirt for his birthday, eh?
Well, I got mine yesterday, so it's all sorted.
Let's get Ross in as well. Okay, never mind.
Is he running a marathon?
Your screen is way off, mate. It's just black screen. Nick, we've been speaking about a load of things already, so I'm going to kind of rewind and get your opinion on a few different things. First things first, me and Reedy have different opinions on this. The Peterborough game, do you care that we lost, or are you just, is it just...
It's a behind closed doors friendly. It's a glorified fitness. If you remember, we've done these for years where it's all behind closed doors. What you've both got to remember, our pre-season's late because the Premiership finished late last season, so we're behind on the Championship teams. Yeah. Some of the Championship teams started 2 weeks before we even did.
Yeah, because by law, legally, the players have to have a certain amount of rest, right, before they come back.
Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't read too much into results in pre-season. If anything, you want to make sure that they're all fit, ready to go. The atmosphere around the club's bouncing off the walls, and come against Cov, we're kind of in a good place, ready to go. And let's not forget, you don't pay attention to the table after the first 10 games anyway. So anything can happen.
I agree with you. Moving on, Nick. Obviously, Callum Doyle, linked. No announcement yet. The rumor is it's going to be very soon. Apparently, it is all done. Loan move. It did seem at first like it might be permanent, but I don't know. A few people have said it's something to do with the buyback clause or can't be agreed or something like that. But are you happy with him coming in?
I think he'll be all right. I mean, the Cov fans swore by him last season. He's used to the division. He can play in the back three. Yes, he might not be the quickest, but let's be fair. We've had defenders in the past like a Hoof or a Morgan, even Steve Walsh, that weren't exactly the quickest, but they were very clever defending and knew where to be in the right place at the right time, weren't they? So.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it all depends on how you set up. I mean, if you're playing with a high line, right, then you might struggle a little bit, with three slow centre backs. But
remember last season with Vestergaard in the back line with our high line. Oof.
Oh God, don't give me nightmares before bed, Reedy. Whatever you do. But I was listening to the boot room this evening. It was about 6 o'clock where they got was it Blackwell from one of the papers, and they were saying how, in that Peterborough game, we were set up, and then how for defending it looked like a back three, but going forward, we had it was like a 3-5-4 something or other, and we looked, as though we're going to be quick on the transition, and look a bit more like Leicester of old, where we're playing on the counter attack.
One quick thing, Locks. This has just gone into my mind completely. And we did lose the game in the end, so I don't know why I'm even commenting on it. But I can remember when I was at Palace away, the season just gone, and Ricardo, how we scored his goal. He came into midfield. We kind of used that sort of system in that game. Yes, we lost because of poor defending right at the end, but that's what I think we had in plan when Ricardo was back fit at the start of the season, weren't he? More.
Oh, he's gone. Reedy's gone.
We'll wait for internet to catch up, Reedy.
I'm here.
No, Reedy, you're right. Anyone who remembers, Owen Palmer-Atkin did an interview with Brendan Rodgers at the start of the season, in pre-season, and the plan was to use these inverted wing-backs that are now obviously extremely popular in football. So I think that plan was halted because of injuries to Ricardo Pereira and James Justin. I can't imagine asking Luke Thomas to play as an inverted wing back, if I'm honest. So that might have been partly why that plan didn't really continue. But that is what we were told by Brendan Rodgers himself. That those words came from his mouth. So
Ricardo did score against Peterborough. Maybe that's how they did it. I don't know. I'm just saying the questions there. So.
No, yeah, absolutely. Nick, I just saw a comment in the comments. This is a bit off topic. Me and Reedy haven't actually spoken about this yet. Someone asked any news on the away shirt. Now, I'm guessing, have you seen?
I reckon that'll be leaked on Saturday. I think we'll wear it against Northampton. They play in claret, don't they?
You've seen.
Well, from the rumours, it's going to be the black and blue sash. They're the rumours going around.
I won't get in trouble, will I? No.
I probably wouldn't show
It's
it
all
just in
over the
case.
internet, lot.
It's all over the
all over
internet,
the internet.
minus the FBS. You can't really
Yeah.
see it very well, but
Yeah, I've seen that.
So it is like the first ever kit, and then the 2004,
2003, 4.
and then 2009, 10, 8, 9, I think.
The two players that stand out in my head were those kits that you're
I
going
can
on
see-
about was Les
I
Ferdinand
can see,
and
I
Jan
can see Ross
Kermorgant.
shaking his head, so he's probably not right.
The Loros one, right, with the Loros.
Yeah, Jan Kermorgant wore that when he balls the penalty against Cardiff.
Yes. Are you happy with it? Do you like that kit? Because Reedy hates it, and I'm really not happy with him about it.
It's part of our history, isn't it? Isn't it the first shirt that Leicester Frost ever wore? And let's be fair, I'd rather have something that pays homage to a history than some that sandy yellow monstrosity we had last year that was awful.
What about this? What about this one here? This is horrible, in my opinion. Do you like this one or not?
There's a reason why I didn't buy the away shirts last season.
It looks like
because this let slip, they were shit. They were awful.
It looks like a checkered flag that's stained.
No.
That's what it looks like. I don't like it at all. But I bought it.
I didn't mind the pink one we had a couple of seasons ago. That was all right.
Yeah.
But
I know
we've had a decent away shirt in a while.
Yeah, the sand one. I think I refer to that as the ice cream shirt.
I would love us to go back old school just for one season where we have a blue home, white away, and then the yellow as our third shirt. Just for one season.
Not a red kit though, no.
Well, again, it's part of our history. We have played in red, but I don't, associate us in red. I associate us red with that sort of scum up the M1 that's not far from where Reedy lives. That's his second team, apparently.
Yeah, that is actually true, Reedy. You are in Nottingham territory, aren't you? That's true. To be fair,
with a Leicester postcode.
Yeah, see? That's all it matters. I'm on a Leicester postcode. Doesn't matter where I am.
Yeah, but you ask the Wallies around you, Reed, and you'll think they're from Nottinghamshire and they're not. It's Leicester.
No. Well, I'm the one that wears the Leicester shirt around here, so.
Yeah. Funny how they all come out the woodwork when they went to the Prem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's horrible them being in there, isn't it? And we're not. Talking of postcodes, let's get in someone who's probably an S postcode, I think.
Yes. Wow. You know your stuff, Locks.
Yes, S, of course. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Just at pub.
We're trying.
Your signal is shocking, Rock.
Did you just go all Northern Locks and went Reet?
Reet. Ross, mate, I can't. It's so stuttery.
We can't even hear you.
No. Nick, obviously Northampton this weekend. Are you excited for it? I mean, obviously the people that aren't going to it, it's going to be on YouTube, I think.
It's on YouTube and it's on the website as well, isn't it? The official site. So, and Radio Leicester are covering it as well.
So, what are your hopes for that? I mean, obviously, I know it's a pre-season friendly, but would you like to see at least a half of just the Maresca's idea of starting 11 first team? I think you first half just play this, the starting 11 as close as you can possibly get. Play your Iversons, your Vardys, KDHs, as strong as you can possibly go, where you're going to know come the first game of the season, that's who you're probably going to end up starting. Then second half, like somebody said in the comments about take them to Singapore, why don't you give some of the youngsters that we've got lying around, give them a go? Because you never know. We may have some hidden gems that, we not have even considered. Well, I'd send all the youngsters to Singapore, personally. I'd keep
it's not going to happen, though. The whole squad's going to go.
I know.
The only thing that worries me about that, though, Locks, is the last time we sent a load of youngsters to Thailand, we all know what happened there.
Well, we won the Premier League.
And Pearson got in trouble. Yeah, I know, but Pearson got in trouble as well.
I know. Yeah. That was... You remember that, Reedy? Wow. What a time. Do you know what we're talking about, Reedy?
To be honest, no.
I can't remember. Even tell you, because I can't tell you on stream.
It's something for after the watershed, Reader.
If I'm totally honest, I can't remember. If I look at it, I probably would remember, but my mind's gone blank for that.
all I'll say is just don't Google Leicester Thailand video on Google. Yeah, don't Google that.
Yeah.
Well, the amount of fans now searching that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're under 18, please don't search that. I must say that, I think. What will we end the show on? Yeah. I want to ask who you'd like to see us bring in next, not including Doyle. Would you like to see us bring in a striker, maybe Joel Perreault? Would you like us to go for a winger, which we're linked with this French guy, English guy, but from France, Mavididi? Do we need another DD? Do we need another DD in the team? No, I don't think so.
I don't think if we're playing this this Man City formation where we're going to play at the back and you're going to have like Ricardo and all that lot, I don't think you're going to really need width, because it seems like the vast majority of the attacks are going to come from the middle.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I was going to say, Reedy, do you think we're set now for defenders when we bring Doyle in? Do you think we're fine?
Yeah, I could say, I'm totally honest. I've said it on Phil's show before, and I think a few weeks ago, or even on Jamie's show, that I think with the team we've got at the moment, other than a few additions, I don't think we need that many more players. Because on paper, I still think we've probably got one of the best in the championship. Obviously, we've got to prove it. Like I say, bring Joel Perreault in, one extra striker up front. That would be incredible for the championship.
There's a lot of links though. Linking Perreault with bloody Forest in a minute. Yeah. And let's be fair, you've got to look at it from his point of view.
No, yeah.
Where would you rather go to, the Premier League or the Championship? As much as I despise him for going and choosing Forest over us, I live in a real world. He's not going to stay in the Championship just when he's got a chance of playing in the Premier League.
And that's why I said that I would prefer someone like Kel to go if we did bring in someone like Perreault, because we are in the Championship. We need someone who scores goals in the Championship. So
I mean, there's links with Fulham and Nacho, and I wouldn't, I think he'd do well at Fulham myself.
Well, I was going to say this Mavididi that we're linked with.
Mavididi.
I get what you're saying about not needing wingers, but he's been playing up front as well at times. I think when he started games for Montpellier, right? When he started games for them, he's started as a winger, but at times when he's come off the bench, he has gone up front. So you never know. Why does that keep coming up on screen? Ross, stop. Callum agrees with somebody else. Mavididi. I don't want to sign that.
Mavididi. Mavididi.
Yeah, this was as bad as 2 summers ago when we were linked with Tagliafico. Yeah, mate, I hated
that. His surname's just not going to work with a Leicester accent. You guys know it'll be Maveda. That's all it will be.
Or just call him Steffi.
Steffi. DD. Might get a bit confusing. All right, let's get Ross's stream does look quite good now, so we'll bring him on. Hello, Ross.
Here he is.
Hey, sorry, we're outside pub. I'm at pub now, so.
Oh, you're in the pub. You got a beer?
I'm in pub.
No, I ain't got a beer yet, love. So.
Love. Did you just call me love?
Yeah, he did.
He's gone to his own land now with his own accent.
His own land.
Oh, it's right with the S postcode, yeah.
Yeah, the S postcode. You are correct.
Oh, I thought so. There we go. Ross, we were just talking about potential recruitment. I mean, who would you like Leicester to bring in next after Doyle? Would you want a winger, a striker, a midfielder, a defender, a goalkeeper, which we've heard rumours of?
Oh, no. Another Danish goalkeeper. It's like, we've had Schmeichel, that Everson, still got Everson, and now this guy. I'll be honest, no idea who he is. Anyone that says they know him, they're a liar. Let's be honest. I mean, Mavidi, we all know him off FIFA. I
don't.
All right. Happy birthday,
I've never signed him on FIFA.
Happy birthday.
It's not my birthday, it's my lad's birthday, but thank you.
I was going to say, but yeah, I think we need another striker. I do think we need another striker, though. Obviously, now Hurst is gone.
Shut up, dear.
I was going to mention that we've not spoke about Hurst yet, which is a good one to go.
It is what it is. Obviously, it just didn't work out for him.
We need to talk about Hurst. I mean, he's been...
Well, no, but he's a guy out the door, isn't he? It's more money off the books.
I know Ross likes him because he's from up that way, but like, come on, mate, he's not got close to the first team.
No, it is what it is. You know, it just don't work out, and it's unfortunate it didn't work out for him. There's no bad blood or anything. You know, I just don't. He'll do well for Ipswich, hopefully. I mean,
well, other than playing against us.
Yeah, all right, calm down.
I was going to say, don't let him score a hat-trick against us, mate.
Oh, for God's sake, you've jinxed it now, Reedy. Well done. But no,
yeah, but to be fair though, Ross, our record at Portman Road is not exactly brilliant anyway. I mean, I remember going there numerous times getting spanked.
Well, I know we lost 6-1 over the years, and just reiterate on the away kits a minute. 03-04 was the time we wore that shirt. 09-10, and you think you want a yellow shirt for the away kit? Oh God, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's our traditional colours, though, Ross. It's more traditional than maroon and red.
Let me rephrase. I'll rephrase that.
Green.
Yeah, I'll rephrase that. The 10-11 season when we had Sosa, that shirt was horrible. The one with LG on, my dad still got that shirt. To tell you which one I did like. Now you'll remember, Nick. You won't read it. You were still in nappies. You might remember, Locks. The 04-05 season, we had a away kit where even if you put it inside out, even if you put it inside out, it's a different away kit colour.
That was the Alliance and Leicester one where we wore in the FA Cup and Dickoff scored against a penalty to knock us out the FA Cup.
Sorry, I have to do that.
Can you see comment? Ross, Ross, I just want to say you were saying that you don't like the yellow away kit.
Right. Hold
on. Is it this one? Because this is a beauty.
Yeah, I like that one.
Right. And there is a reason, Loxy boy. There's a reason why I don't like that one. Right. I bought it. I had my full name on the back of that shirt. Every time I wore it, we lost. So,
well, it's not really an actual opinion, then, is it? It's just because.
To be fair, though, Ross, you could say the same about last season's home shirt because every time most people wore that, we lost or we were rubbish.
But to be fair, though, I mean, the last 2 times I've sprayed my hair blue, Leicester have not lost. So my away tradition this season, whenever I go to the away game, I'm
away game.
He's gone Australia.
Away game.
And listen, now I'm spraying my hair blue. I'm wearing my Leicester Hawaiian shirt and my shorts as well.
Well, no one's going to come anywhere near you, mate.
Well, no one wants to go near you, but anyway.
Right, Locks. Instead of a hair challenge, everybody needs to club around and just buy like an endless supply of blue dye for Ross's hair for next season.
No, spray. I'm not dyeing it. I'm spraying it.
I dyed it.
Yeah, but I'd ask for your money back.
Well, yeah, it was green. Yeah, so.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, it's easy for it to go green because I did mine for the Community Shield at Wembley in 2016, and mine went like turquoise. So
it's because we've got coloured hair. It's not like it's straight
black.
black.
Ross, I don't think Ross has got any hair to dye anyway.
Hang on, one sec.
I've
got a wee bit. I have my ears lowered every week.
There we go. Right, we're gonna wrap it up. Before we go, just going around the house. I know no one really cares, but score predictions for Northampton. Go on, Ross. You start it off, mate.
I mean, we're taking 3.5. Let's just make this clear. We're taking 3,500 down on Saturday for our friendly. Let's just put that in perspective. Credit to the ones that have got tickets. I'm good. I can't go. But, it is what it is.
It's not far, though, is it? It's only an hour up the road.
It is. What I'm saying is I was going to go because, obviously, my sister's partner's at a cobbler. So, obviously, it would have been nice to go. All right, Be careful you don't get mugged on way there or something, But on a serious note, though, win or lose, doesn't matter. We've just got to get fitness right. We've got to, got to see what we're playing at, we're driving at. So, I'll obviously, like a Leicester win, obviously. But at the end of the day, if we draw, we draw. It is what it is. It's only a friendly. It's not like it's a proper game.
So what was your prediction?
I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester, I think. 3,500 down. We'll have some fun.
All right. Nick, I know it's hard because we don't know who's going to be playing and we don't know what we're going to be like or whatever. But if you had to give us a prediction.
2-0 Vardy Nacho.
Nice one. Reedy.
4-2.
Let me guess. 4 goals from Daka.
I was about to mention this.
No, 3 goals from Vestergaard.
You ready for this? 1 from Ricardo Pereira. Yeah. 1 from my boy Pratt.
I said my boyfriend Pratt.
One for my boy Daka, and then the fourth is Vardy.
Right.
If all of them come in, I'm going to put a bet on it. If all 4 of them come in, probably like 1,000 to 1, I don't know.
It's all right. Your best mate Evans will sign a new deal on Saturday as well, really, just to cheer you up.
You know, if Reedy could have, his way, right? He'd have Daka and Pratt in our starting 11 against Coventry, wouldn't you, mate?
With Vestergaard as captain.
Because I probably would, because then it'll be Vardy and Daka together, because I think Cole will be gone. That's what I'm saying.
No, Vestergaard will start up front. What are you about? That's what Reedy wants.
That's what we wanted last season half the time.
What?
We wanted Vestergaard up front half the time, because we needed someone up front for the last 10 minutes because we were losing 2-1.
I mean, and we're saying that. I mean, I don't know what's more crazy. Vestergaard will go up front, or the fact that Stuart Pearce wants to put David James up front for the entire 45 minutes.
Someone just said 2-0 Daka hat-trick.
Yeah, I don't think maths is Andy's strong area. Anyway, Ross, Nick, thanks for jumping on, lads. Much appreciated. We'll see you very
guys.
soon.
Have a good rest of you.
In a bit.
Catch you in a bit, mate. Reedy, I always forget, so please remind us what's going on Leicester Fan TV over the next few days, because I always forget.
Well, I would say there might be a watch along, but I don't know if that's happening. I'd have to ask. I'd have to ask. Obviously, is it available to watch? So if we can, we probably will.
You've got to be sad to watch a watch along when you can watch.
Well, we'll give it to anyone who can't even watch it. There might be some countries that can't watch it.
Yeah, but they'll be watching YouTube. They'll be watching YouTube to watch the game. But
there might be restrictions. You never know. You never know. But then again, obviously, you got Jamie's show on Sunday, and then following that, you've got a Monday show with me again because Phil is away for a few weeks.
Is it 9 or 9:30, Jamie's show?
9:30.
I
it used to be 10, but now it's gone back because of the clock. So yeah, 9:30. So if you actually want to wake up in time,
what are you going on about? The clocks don't go back half an hour; they go back an hour. Why has it gone from 10 till?
Because it normally is 9:30. But because the clocks went forward or whatever, he obviously moved it forward. And then there was one time where he went an hour early. So.
Do you remember when he went an hour early, mate? That was so funny. But there you go. So maybe a watch along on Saturday. If not, then we might have an announcement video sometime over the next few days.
Maybe even tonight. You never know. If what's his name, Doyle joins tonight, then at some point, even if it's 8 o'clock, we'll be live at 8 o'clock again with a live transfer news update. So yeah,
even if it's any day, Reedy will be on. So.
I'll be in bed, mate, so you can do one.
All right then, mate. Cheers. Thanks very much, Reedy. We'll see you
no worries.
Last couple of comments here. Andy Moss, who we signed today. No one today, but Doyle is on his way, we've been told. Callum reckons 6-0. Ben says 3-1. I think we saw that one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks to everyone for watching, for getting the comments in. I can see 19 people have liked. Please, anyone who's watching on YouTube, if you can do me one favor tonight, just scroll down. Literally, it takes like 2 seconds. Just scroll down, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's much appreciated. And to any of you there on Saturday, me and Reedy will see you there. And yeah, come on, you foxes.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.